How do? Back again, day number 2 of the 12 days of Christmas here on the Chris Pritchard Cycling Show. But I need to start off. 2 days in and already I'm apologising for my actions. I can't bloody believe it. In yesterday's video, bloody twice I said, Discount Sports Network's going to cost you $17.99 a month. What surprised me the most is no one batted an eyelid in the comments. Everyone accepted it. But I got it wrong. Wrong big time. It's not per month. It's per bloody year. $17.99 a year if you sign up with that link down in the description. Alright, sure, Pritchard's going to see a tiny bit of that money. But come on, he deserves it. Otherwise, how's he going to feed his kids? I'm just saying. So apologies to Discount Sports Network for making it appear to be way more expensive than it actually is. But the fact that you didn't bat an eyelid and they accepted it, there's no reason not to get it now. Because what you thought you were going to be paying per month, they're paying for a year. Crazy, innit? Unbelievable. Alright, so without further ado, let's find out who won yesterday's year's supply of Peloton before we look at what we're going to be giving away today. Right, what I did was edit over YouTube comment picker, entered the link to the video. I think that's how you do it. Press start, and then it randomly picked a name. And guess whose name came up? Well, take a look. There goes Richard bloody Evans. He wants lots of help, please. And he's got it. A year's supply of Peloton. Well done, Richard. Make sure you get in touch. Like I say, I'm not chasing there. If they don't come back to us, that can whistle. All right, let's find out what's in Santa's sack for day number 2 of the 12 days of Christmas. Sponsored by Discount Sports Network. Bloody love them, I do. Did you know that 376,000 bicycles are stolen every year in the UK? That works out about 1 every 90 seconds. Don't be a victim with today's sponsor, Hiplock. Hiplock are offering one of you a bloody wonderful gift in their original super bright lock. So secure, safe as out. Whether you live on the mean streets of Alfreton or you live in the quiet country lanes of the Cotswolds, make sure that wherever you go on your bike, it's always safe and it's always secure thanks to Hiplock, our wonderful sponsor today. If they wants to check out any of their offers, follow link down in the description. Make sure you're following them over on Instagram as well as the Discount Sports Network. Alright, that's all from me today. Make sure you've hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, go and follow everything that I need you to follow on the Instas, and make sure they sign up to Discount Sports Network. Sick of telling you now. Right, on with show. Cheers, Chris. See you tomorrow.
Alright, so we've not done one of these for quite a while now, but I thought I had a decent result in this race. I thought we'd take a look, we'd analyse the race, we'll see what I did right, what I did wrong, what I could have done better, and just try and hopefully give you some tips on being more successful in Zwift racing. So here we are, Crit City Race Circuit. It's the downtown Dolphin. It's like 2.1 kilometres in length, the circuit. This circuit for me, I find a lot easier to ride than the other way round, and I'll show you the reasons why. But as you can see, we're already off to a flying start. 418 watts. I'm up into 3rd place already. Heart rate's climbing pretty rapidly. Lots of big numbers being pushed out. I don't understand why at the minute, but these Zwift races, I mean, the starts. There's someone in orange numbers up there. The starts just seem to be so much more aggressive than they ever have been. I don't really get it. This as well is one of those races where any flyers or anybody producing more watts per kilo than they should be will get flagged, will get throttled back in terms of their power. But as you can see here, it's a tough start, but I'm there or thereabouts. No one I really recognise in the race, I'll be honest. Eric Schlang from Zwift Insider was in there. He's got his little orange marker, so keep an eye out for that. I didn't even realise that he was in the race. I saw the name and I saw the orange marker, but I didn't put 2 and 2 together until right at the end. So my MO for this race really was to try and stay at the front as much as possible. I know how these races split up, especially up this little bit. So this really is the only moment where a race can split. It's just I don't even know what it is. It's like 5%. It's maybe, I don't know, 60 meters, something like that. So if I bring the course in here, You keep playing, Pritch. Don't stop. So you can see I bring the course in here. This is this bit just up here, and we're going to go around this right hand, and then it flattens off. I say it flattens off. It feels like it's still going uphill all the way around this right hander. So with this, you have to make sure that you're always pressing on round here, because once the climb finishes around here, it's not really finished because there's people still pressing on. So you've got to maintain that power and that speed all the way up and over into that right hander that we've just gone past here as we head down into this this twisty, undulating section, I guess you'd call it. And again, here you can, depending on people's trainer difficulty, you can find people just easing off the front like I am here, people taking it a little bit easier and going through, or people maintaining zero trainer difficulty and just flattening out those lumps and bumps. One annoying thing that I hate about this is this right here. Is this right here, right? Him. God damn it. Because I don't know if it's only that I see it that way, because you don't know with Zwift. Do I see only my rider there going round the outside, but really is not, and really is actually get gone, and he's actually tight and in the pack? Or is he genuinely on the outside? Because every time it flashes up with you're out of the draft, and again now steering's come into it, makes a massive difference, especially if someone can steer on the inside and keep a tighter line and go a shorter length. So we're down to 7 laps to go. Top's already down, so you know it's tough. 176 BPM. Now this part of the course is the hardest for me. You've gone round the start finish, loads of people start popping these arrows or power-ups that they don't want. They're of no use unless you've got an aero or a featherweight. Literally every other power-up is pointless. So what you get is lots of people here pressing their draft power-up, and what that does is it just increases the pace. No one needs to increase the pace there, but the pace always goes up around that left-hander into that right-hander, and then that right-hander again that we've just gone round here. See a lot of purple power-ups there. That's the steamroller. I had no idea what that blooming did. Right, so let's start speeding this up a little bit, because it pretty much stays status quo for a while. I kind of start drifting off the bike, but I know I need to get up. Now I know at this point here that with just a little bit of acceleration up this hill and a featherweight, I can get back to the front, and I know I feel all right. I feel comfortable. Although you can see lots of red down here, I say it's comfortable. It's quite comfortable. It's uncomfortably comfortable. It's comfortably uncomfortable. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, like I say, it maintains this this pattern for quite a while. A short break there, and I think I noticed that there's a break there. I start applying a little bit more pressure, but it closes itself up. But again, it's moments like that you just need that elastic to snap. And there you go, the first flyer has been done and dusted. You just need that elastic to snap, and you've got to put everyone knows how hard it is alone to I hope. Go on, Andy Grant. How hard it is as a solo rider to try and chase down a group. So if you lose that elastic, it's pretty much game over. So you've really got to concentrate on staying within the draft. I didn't really do a very good job of limiting my power and staying in the draft. I always felt like I was on the power in this one. You can see there though, it's calmed down a little bit here. We've got a bit of green, and Richie the Rich has just subscribed. Cheers, Richie. So in terms of like gearing and how I rode this, I literally had 2 gears that I would go between. So on my kicker bike, I was on the big ring, obviously, and then like gear number 4. I don't know what tooth that is, but I was on gear number 4 around all of this, around all the flat parts, to try and keep my legs spinning around 100 RPM. There you go. You can see again, just a tiny little break appeared behind me. And eventually the elastic would snap, but at the minute we've got a massive group of probably 50, 60 riders still within contention. We're only on the second lap anyway, 10 kilometres to go, still plenty of time to try and force the riders out the back. But again, once again, round here, start speeding up. I hit the steamroller. I didn't really know what the steamroller was doing. However, here's a question for you. So steamroller is supposed to flatten out the hills, right? Or flatten out the cobbles. So the cobbles become smooth because everyone knows that there's more resistance when you're riding on cobbles. But if it flattens out the hills and you've got your trainer difficulty on 0, what does it actually do? Does it actually do anything or not? Leave your comments down below and let me know. So yeah, on this part here, I was knocking it up 2 gears, so I was getting more. I was going up gears, so I was getting more of a feel of that hill because, like I said, I'd knocked my training difficulty down, and I could have really done with the resistance to get out the saddle and keep the power on. But there you can see, if we just pause it just there, where's my little doofer? Look, little group has formed. There's probably 30 in that, something like that, I'd guess. But yeah, it's definitely breaking. And after every single time we've gone up that hill now, the little gap has got bigger and bigger, and I think it was at this point that it does. Nope, it doesn't. It must be the next lap. But again, round the outside, round that corner, I'm sticking around 15th to 20th place. Tops come off right now. We're fully unzipped, so you know it's tough. And I'm at 182. Now, anybody that knows me and knows my racing, anything above 180, and I'm absolutely on the limit. I'm on the rivet right now. And again, people are popping those aeros, those drafts, those freaking burritos, steamrollers for some reason. And it just increases that pace around there. So if you're not using your power-ups, you've really got to dig in around that bit. You can see there's just a little bit of red here and there around there. And again, once again, hitting that climb, we're going to go up. I'm going to hit that feather and try and make it as easy as possible for me to get up there. Maintain the same power. I can get to the front a little bit easier. But again, over that crest, still pressing here, still pressing here, still pressing here, still pressing here. And that's what you've got to make sure you do. Press here, press here, press here, and then press around this corner. If you get near the front, couple of soft pedals, but then get back on it here because everybody starts to swarm you again. And then this is really the most difficult part. You'll find that you can overexert yourself on the final. Top is fully off now. Hello, ladies. You can overexert yourself on those rollers, getting a little bit too excited near the finish. Right then, 12 minutes in, we've got, what are we down to? We're down to 3 laps to go. I'm gonna stay with this one, and we're gonna watch it all the way through rather than skip through. I don't think there's any need to skip through. So with these races, same as A races, same as B races, same as C races, you're going to get riders in there who are of a higher quality, a higher grade. A lot of people complain that I am an A rider, but if you see me in an A race, I'm not an A rider. I'm right on the cusp. I am right on the cusp. And this race, because it's short, you can actually go above your FTP average. So I think I did 4.1 watts a kilo here, but we're only at 20 minutes. We're only riding for, 20 minutes, half an hour, something like that. So it's not a full FTP effort. It's not an hour's effort. If I'm at 4.1 for an hour, different. We just passed another flyer there. And you can see there, Eric's around me now. Eric Schlang from Zwift Insider. Keep an eye on him. Clearly knows what he's doing when it comes to these races. Clearly very fit, very strong. And he's probably going to be up there. But again, that elastic, it must have took longer to break than it actually did. I honestly thought it broke a lot sooner. But you can see there that there is kind of 2 groups now, and they're just off the back, and this pace just starts increasing again. So we're down to 2 laps now. We'll watch the final lap at normal speed. But same again, having to press through here. Still at 182, at 183 BPM. Texting my mum, telling her to put kettle on. And I've got my steamroller, so this time I saved my steamroller for the hill, but I don't think it makes any difference for me personally. So with this, obviously, you've got to be thinking about staying in that draft and trying to stay. Again, it's difficult because where my recovery is for this, to actually start feeling like I'm getting something back in my legs and starting to recover, I have to go below what these guys are doing. Like every single pedal effort right now, every single pedal turn is an effort. It is an effort. I'm getting 0 recovery, even on like those. Hey up, Simon. Cheers, mate. Even on those kind of little grey bits, it's a split second where I'm just soft pedaling just to try and bring something back into my legs. But they're really struggling here, and I'm definitely feeling it. And as you can see now, the elastic is really broken, and that group seems to have decimated, really. I didn't realise, though, that there was as many riders in this group towards the end. I honestly thought it was a lot less. I thought we were down to probably 10 riders, 15 riders. But now we're at normal speed, 1.5 kilometres to go. And at this moment, I'm thinking I need to be near the front at the top of the hill. That's where I need to be. So I'm not too worried right now about where I am. All I know is I don't want to be right at the front come the start of the climb. I want to judge my pace based on everybody else and work my way to the front if need be. But I know I need to be top 5 as I crest that hill to be within a chance of achieving anything. I didn't get my aero that I wanted, but I did get a feather, so I knew it was going to make it a little bit easier up this hill. But again, pretty casual there, pretty casual, Chris, for a kilometre to go, just out the saddle, up to 383, 400 watts-ish. Not really progressing the way I want, but I know what I'm going to do now. I'm pushing. I don't want to get to the front and then relax. I want to work my way to the front here. Slightly different tactic than I normally take, but I can see that it's just starting to stretch a little bit, and I'm like, ooh. I might have buggered this up, but then a couple of strong pedal turns there, and I'm kind of back in there. So you've got Eric. Keep an eye on Eric. He's just behind me now. I think he's in the dirt kit with the orange and yellow Tron bike. So perfect position here for me. Perfect position. 4th wheel. Pressing through. Oh, there goes a guy that had a ghost. 6th wheel. I'm still all right here. I'm still all right. I still feel all right. Aero's gone. This is where I start to kick a little bit. And I go. Some big pedal turns there. And I think I eased up a tiny bit. I don't know how this happened, but there's Eric there. See him? With that ghost? Came out of nowhere. So I didn't have a clue what he was doing. He was pushing out some big watts. The guy in 3rd place ended up getting DQ'd for his overpowerage, I guess you'd call it, I don't know. But if we just pause it there, you can see Eric took the win. I was in 2nd place, 4.1 watts per kilo at 318 watts. Eric did 322 at 3.9. Guy in 3rd place, you can see there, 4.6 watts. So he was above and beyond what he should have been doing for that. Let's just take it back to 1 kilometre to go. Well, let's just watch that one more time. So 900 kilometres to go, going up that hill. Again, I should have been a bit closer to the front, and I could have potentially just taken it a tiny little bit easier, which would have allowed me a little bit more power for that sprint. But I mean, everybody knows the harder you try in a race, the more limited your sprint is going to be. And I think at the minute, my sprint is not what it should be. I've been spending too much time on longer road miles, not really pushing those big numbers out. I'm still capable of like 1500 watts when I'm fresh, but not after 20 minutes of racing full pelt flat out. So I'm just trying to work out here, at what point does Eric hit that ghost, because I'm too busy watching everyone else in front. There. Do you see it? Disappeared with 300 meters to go. So he disappeared. He's at 5.1 watts a kilo over here on the what's its face, whatever you want to call that. I don't know, whatever. But he's nowhere to be seen. So the ghost, after all the slagging off I do with it, it's pretty bloody good. So he's disappeared now, and he pops back up right there, and he's absolutely on it. And I'm kind of chasing the guys around me rather than chasing a guy that I don't even know exists anymore. Yeah. I don't think I could have done anything more. I beat the guy with the aero. I'm happy about that. Eric was just strong, taking an inside line. Does that make a difference? People may say yes, people may say no, but on his screen, maybe I took the inside line, so you just don't know. But I tell you one thing, if I had an aero, ain't no way I was losing that sprint. So there you go. Hopefully there's some tips in there. Hopefully you've enjoyed that video. If you have, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for more content. We're going to be streaming again soon, not in the next couple of days because I've done my back in. But thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe. If you've disliked it for whatever reason, hit that dislike button. Pritchard clearly isn't happy with that one. See you on next one.